Hey everyone, pt.18 here. It's time for another toy bargain hunting outing. I want to start off by saying over the past week or so, there have been some alarming price increases at Ross. First, it was with Sonic the Hedgehog and Dragon Ball merch, then I saw it happen to Super Mario stuff. This outing was recorded before the price increases, and there's no guarantee the things I find in this video will still be the same price when you go to Ross. It's not a good thing to see, but let's push ahead. Before that, if you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and sub to the channel. Patreon's down low. Even if there's crappy prices at discount stores, don't let that dishearten you from wrecking some crappy turd scrolls. Trust when I say doing so will help you feel better. With that out of the way, onward to the hunt. We're starting another early morning Saturday at Ross. Looks like there's no employee conversations at the end cap this time, so I could start where I normally do. These Adopt Me Roblox sets have been appearing at Ross for the past year or so, and they don't really move at full price. And here's our first anime figure of the day, a Relax Time Ram from ReZero. Unfortunately, the ReZero figures went back up to $15 from 10 clams. Too bad, it was nice while it lasted. Well, here's another Ram figure, just in time for summer. This line is called Celestial Vivi. Whatever that means. Did I say that in a previous video? I think I did. And yeah, 15 bucks. Unless it's a ReZero figure that was seen prior to this video, they're all back to $15. On to the rest of the toy section, and I gotta learn how to slow down a bit because I missed a few things on this shelf, but fortunately, I saw them again later on. We got a couple things we've seen already, a Dev Series drone set, and a memorable Saga Curseal Level 2 Sasuke, both of which are not really moving. With Ross raising prices like that, it's no surprise to me that stuff's not moving. Everything's all over the place right now. It looks like arts and crafts mixed with plushies, mixed with crappy Hulk action figures, mixed with Funko Pop figures. But at least, we got a Glitter and Glamour's Ram. It's a pretty figure, but the cost isn't great. If this was at the $10 price point, it would be fine, but she's currently in the $12 range at Amazon, and with a 30% off coupon, brings her to just under 8 bucks. The deal might be gone by the time I upload this though. We've got mess, and even more mess. And just when you think you've seen all the mess, you've come to the end of time, and mess is all that has survived. It's really looking paltry in this area. Oh, an Anime Heroes Renji Abarai action figure with no clearance tag. That's swell. Now for a cut because there was an employee stocking the shelves, so I needed to wait for them to finish their task. This Ross moved all the Funko Pop figures from the front end cap at the start to the main shelf in the back. From ReZero, here's a Beatrice Raiden. 15 bucks is the lowest price I've seen for this figure stateside, so if you like the character, go for it. Here's something new, a Halo 4x4 Warthog remote control car. Let me get all this other stuff out of the way. With how disorganized things are, I knew stuff would fall over the minute I moved this Warthog to take a look at it. Well, it's cool, but not 3,000 pennies cool. I'd rather keep the 3,000 pennies. This looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen it yet. A Crosslink Muichiro Takedo for 150 dimes. Sales outside Japan only, despite all of the Japanese text. Okay, up next we got a Transformers Earthspark Megatron. The Earthspark Transformers haven't really caught my eye, or at least not enough to buy them, but Megatron hits differently. He looks really cool, and for 10 50-cent coins, oh yeah, that's easy. Mild spoilers, but I didn't find anything else worth highlighting on the shelf, so I'm gonna take this time to do a shout out. In the last video, I said if anyone can correctly tell me what action this Vibration Stars Madara Uchiha figure was performing, I'd give a shout out in the next video, which is this one. As of me editing and recording, only one person responded, so shoutouts to Oscar Rivera-YJ4XL or Monkeyboy421 according to their YouTube profile for the interaction. If anyone else happens to answer between now and uploading, I'll just put some text here. Here's a nice looking 3 3/4 inch Bo-Katan action figure. I think it's cool she comes with a removable helmet. 4 bucks ain't bad, but I passed up on her. Maybe another time. And behind her is another Star Wars action figure, a Black Series Cassian Andor from the self-named series. Gotta love the sticker placement Ross utilizes. I've heard Andor was really good, but it's hard for me to be invested in a prequel story, especially when the main character's fate is already known. And this is just overpriced slop, even for a discount store. You could buy an Amazon Basics 2-pack of Puck Lights for the same price. Going further down, and it's just Star Wars mania right now. Here's a Black Series figure of another one of the kids from Skeleton Crew, Fern. I was doubting the Skeleton Crew action figures would sell at Ross, but I was wrong. The action figures of both Whim and KB sold out. Not enough time passed for clearance, and it's only a matter of time before Fern sells as well. These mini Minecraft action figures by Mattel have been intermittently at Ross for the past few months. I've seen them all. First we have the iconic creeper with the TNT box and something else. Then we have a skeleton. I don't think I checked the prices. What am I grabbing next? A baby animal pack with a bale of hay. I'm pretty sure the next one was a Persian cat. Nope, it was a witch with a cauldron. Okay, for sure, the last one has to be the Persian cat. Yep, and do I check the price? No, sorry about that. I know they were $5 at DD's discounts, and I think it was the same for Ross. Don't know if the price increases affected them though. There's a lot of Black Series and/or action figures at this Ross. At the bottom of the end cap, we have some retro WWE action figures. First one is Rey Mysterio Jr. I'm sure someone's made jokes about the action figures being as tall as him. That's messed up. As a wrestling fan, I was excited to see this, but then I saw the price. Considering these are very similar to Masters of the Universe Origins action figures, $10 is too much when the other ones go for like $4. We got another one, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. This one might be a bit too obscure and well past the time of most wrestling fans now. Then we got a bunch of Star Wars spaceships by Hot Wheels for 7 clams each. I don't know why, but some of these command ridiculous prices on Amazon, like $18 and up. That's way too much money. Now we'll circle back to the rear shelf for a second look, just in case I missed anything. And it looks like I missed the Star Wars Black Series action figure. Oh, another Andor. I'll put that back. Maybe it's because I've been rushing a bit, but I've been missing things my camera captures, and when I notice them while I'm editing, I'm like, damn, I missed something. I know I should go a bit slower, and I'll do it for a little bit, but then I'll forget, go back to my ways, and repeat the cycle. I might as well look through this area as well. Dang, there's a lot of open stuff here today, more than I'm used to seeing. Oh look, another one. It's one of the larger Stumble Guys action figures, and he's missing his legs. Why would someone do that? If you already opened up the action figure, why make even more effort to remove the legs? Anyways, I saw an employee carrying Squishmallows and I was curious to see what they were. Got a pink Hello Kitty holding a strawberry, which is pretty cute. There's a few Stitch Squishmallows, and I also found this medium-ish sized Woodstock Squishmallow from Peanuts, but no Snoopy was seen. Hold up, that looks familiar. Hi C? What are you doing here? I thought you found your forever home. What the heck happened? Tell me about it. I'm all ears. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that really sucks. Oh man. Ooh, jeez. That doesn't sound good. Well, it's good to see you again. I'll see you around, okay? Too bad it didn't work out for High C. What did he say? Well, if you couldn't hear him, then it wasn't for you to know. Let's focus on the next stop, Burlington, and we got some more familiar products. Transformers Flex Changers of Nightbird and Cheetor. Flex Changers Bumblebee was here last time as well, and I'm sure he's still here now. Who the hell left the toothbrush on the floor? Gross. Anyways, it doesn't seem like the shelves in the toy section have been getting restocked. It's getting more and more bare, and not just with the action figures, but even the dart guns and the super soakers. This Burlington is usually better stocked than others, but it's still noticeable. I've seen other Burlington stores where the toy section is practically empty, like Ross on Christmas Eve empty. Like the first part of the toy section, there's not much going on in the plushie area. So with that in mind, why don't we move over to the no, not this part. There's nothing worth looking at here, and it's a mess. Come on, let's mosey on away from here and head over to the main event area. Although, it hasn't been having main event vibes lately. More like opening match vibes. I once again saw the usual offenders for the past month or so. I think it's obvious what the main usual offender is. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Legacy Evolution Leo Prime Transformers. This one's got swimming goggles wrapped over it. Is it like a 2 for the price of 1? And here's 2 more. I think I saw 4 Leo Prime action figures here last time, and now there appears to be 3. They'll be gone soon enough. Maybe by the next outing? Maybe in 2? We're done here, and now it's time for the next Ross. It's the one that's almost always very organized. It's cool seeing all the like items put together as well. It's easy on the eyes, and all I have to do is a visual scan without digging. Just look, and move on to the next thing. And move on we shall. There wasn't much to see, and I don't need to do a second run of the shelves because, as I mentioned previously, I could see everything when the stuff on the shelves are organized, and it's like I have X-ray vision or Byakugan, but not really because those eyes could see everything even if it's a mess. I found one thing right at the end of the side shelf, a Demon Slayer Hikage minifigure of Zenitsu Agatsuma. I feel like these should be in the 500 penny range, but this exact figure goes for 180 dimes online. Now for the checkout area. While there were plenty of repeats, there was some new stuff to highlight, like this Be Cute Bunny's Rem figure. I heard really good things about this one, such as the size and quality for a prize figure. Even at 15 bucks, that's a good price. I saw a black bunny suit version of this figure at Dee Dee's Discounts a while back and passed up on her. That was a mistake on my part. Although this variant is effectively the same figure, I'd prefer the black colored one. So, I'm passing up on this. It's ReZero Mania at Ross right now. I've been seeing so much stuff from the series at these stores. Here's a Banpresto Espresso Rem wearing what appears to be an Idol or Idol inspired outfit. Up next is something new, a Glitter and Glamour's Locus Klein racing version from Gundam Seed. Seeing Gundam figures is quite rare at discount stores, and she looks pretty damn good. She goes for nearly double the price on Amazon. I think I'll need to think about this one, so I'll put her down for the time being and look around some more. I appreciate the sticker placement at this Ross more, at least I can see the action figure's face. However, the best placement for a sticker price tag would be at the bottom of the plastic area, near the feet. I found another new anime figure, a Relax Time Echidna from ReZero. This is the biggest and tallest box I've seen for a Relax Time figure, so she must be a decent size. I think I'm good on that one. Got some more Relax Time Rams, plenty of $10 Swole Tintin anime figures, and is there anything else of interest? Yes, there is. An Amazing Heroes Plus Izuku Midoriya. Anime figure prices are going up at Ross. Will it be the same for the MHA figures? Damn it, that sucks. I'm not surprised though. Ugh. A $3 price jump. Although it's smaller than the increase for ReZero anime figures, it personally stings a lot more. For all of the Acolyte enjoyers, we have another action figure for you, an Assassin Mei, or is it Mai? I've never watched the series, so I'm not sure. Someone bungled up the price tag placement here. Probably wasn't the same person who tagged the Andor action figures. Sorry, I couldn't help but look at this one more time. Man, I got so used to the 40 quarter price point. I stopped filming, but started again after I noticed a Ram figure that I missed. Here's a Noodle Stopper Ram by Furuyu. Ross has the best price, as she also goes for double on the Zon. Anyone own Noodle Stopper figures? If so, which ones? So, I decided to buy the Glitter and Glamour's Locus Klein figure after all. However, it turns out I forgot to record myself acquiring it, so I had to jumble up something to make it look like I was buying the figure. Hey, it was the best I could do, alright? Jeez, so judgmental. Anyways, on to the fourth stop of the day, Ross. It looks nice and organized from this view, but typically one side is okay while the other side tends to be chaos. I guess it's important for there to be balance, right? Yin and yang? Back to the merch. Here's a Cuposket Makomo from Demon Slayer. I haven't seen a Cuposket figure in a while. 12 bucks has been the standard price for Cuposket figures at discount stores, and continues to be so. Onto the rest of the shelf. It looks like we got an extra abundance of the Zero Smashers Mystery Egg toys. I see them so often that it's made me very curious to see what's inside those things. But not curious enough to spend my own money. Maybe I should just watch an unboxing video of those things, then I could stop wondering. By the way, I didn't miss her. I saw those Riva action figures and they honestly should be sold out already. I don't know about those Cassian Andor Black Series action figures though. Back to the shelves. You know what I think it's time for? Another bit of fast forwarding. I don't want to completely cut the content because I want to show you all everything that I see, interesting and not, but I also don't want too much fluff. You could always pause if you see something that caught your eye. We're now at the checkout area for this Ross, and it's looking slightly emptier. It doesn't look like there's much anime figures left. What the hell happened to that massive supply of MHA Oh, there they are. I legitimately forgot I filmed them. Maybe if I didn't edit these 2 weeks later, I wouldn't forget whatever the hell I recorded. There's nothing else different or new here, so let's move on to stop number 5, Dee Dee's Discounts. The last time I was here, it was a mess and quite a few employees were reorganizing this area. This time, it was on the quiet side, and that's just how I like it. Over the past few months, Dee Dee's Discounts has been quite lively. Even though there's less at Dee Dee's compared to Ross, it seems like if the amount of overall stock at Ross and the things I found interesting there were scaled down to Dee Dee's level, the ratio of said items between Ross and Dee Dee's would be similar. Oh come on Dee Dee's, your regular price for this was $4 and you only dropped it 50 cents? Not even $1? I should make it a habit to highlight Richard Hammond collection toys from the Jurassic series because they're always so good. Where were these toys when I was growing up? That Mario diorama set was still $13, and given what's going on at Ross right now, Dee Dee's Discounts might fall in line soon with their Jakks Pacific products. Oh, and actually, I'm sure there's Jurassic Park toys, I just didn't have access to them when I was a kid. Speaking of things I didn't have access to when I was a kid, Minecraft, because Minecraft didn't exist when I was a kid. I just played with Legos. Anyways, we have action figure 2-packs with a hefty amount of accessories. I believe these are the same size as the single pack Minecraft action figures I saw at Ross earlier today. These averaged to $6.50 per figure, whereas the single packs were $5 each. These 2-packs really should be $10, so not an amazing deal in my opinion. However, to be fair, it's still much cheaper than online pricing. Let's double back to the shelves to see if I missed anything. Oh, there's a lone Megumi Fushiguro just chilling all the way back there. I'll step away from that. He was staring right into my soul. There's all the crappier dinosaur toys, and hiding by them is a We The Ones Jimmy Uso WWE Elite Collection action figure. No thanks. Should I go left, or should I go right? We'll go right because there's bits of shelf to see, but not a lot. There was a bunch of pillows and bed stuff here before, but they moved those out of here fast. Now it's a small selection of Disney Tsum Tsums and scooters. I don't think there's much left to see here. What remains are pretty much the generic remote control toy cars and military themed toys. Yeah, it's time to move on to the checkout area, and here we are. We're starting off with Captain Hook from One Piece. I'm kidding, it's a Grand Line Series Extra Crocodile, but he does have a massive hook. Compensating much? $18. Prices are everywhere. $10, $13, $15, $17, and 20 clams. Could we have some consistency and preferably on the lower end of the pricing table? Here's an occasional discount store guest, an Oni no So Zohakuten from Demon Slayer. $15 like all of the other Demon Slayer merch, and that's pretty much it for the new stuff here. We're about 16 minutes into this toy bargain hunting outing. If you're enjoying the content, please let me know by slapping me with a like, and perhaps a sub if you feel like I earned it. Thank you for coming along for the ride and the support. I very much appreciate it. So far, I haven't really bought much today, huh? I think it was just a Glitter and Glamour's Locus Klein anime figure. Maybe this is the start of a downward trend for my luck. I mean, I've been finding amazing loot repeatedly, and it only makes sense that I start finding lumps of coal. If that's what's gonna happen, I just gotta deal with it. I think we're done here, so it's time for, I don't know, stop number 15? I think it was that many. If not, someone could give me an RKO from out of nowhere. This time we're starting off with a section with everything on hooks. I see some familiar stuff, but at the bottom are some retro-style WWE Superstars action figures. First up is one half of the Hart Foundation, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. This might be past the time of some younger wrestling fans, but I feel most people will know the next one, if I could only get this back on the hook. Damn it, come on. Finally, geez. The next one is the Excellence of Execution, Brett the... Wait, Cactus Jack? That's not what I expected. Damn, I already forgot the order in which I saw things here too. I need to get a doctor's checkup. I was expecting this. The other half of the Hart Foundation, Brett, Hitman, Clark. Too bad they're $10. Burlington would sell this line of figures for half that price. Though, the only one they had was Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the lowest tier of wrestling action figures. I would prefer an action figure of Barry Horowitz, but maybe someone in charge of deciding who gets action figures said, "That doesn't work for me, brother." Okay, not much else in the sideshow attraction area. Onto the main portion of the toy section. Once again, here's the Amazing Heroes Plus Izuku Midoriya we saw at another Ross earlier today, and the reminder that MHA anime figures went from $10 to $13. Sad face. What's on this end cap? I'll ignore that one, but once again, I see a retro collection Queel from The Mandalorian. He has spoken. No one wants that Mego Toys penguin doll / action figure. There's a whole bunch of Skeleton Crew Fern and Acolyte May action figures. Let's go back to the shelves. Those Uzumaki figures by Culturefly have been gathering dust at Ross for quite some time. I noticed that's the case with other Culturefly anime merch, and speaking of Uzumaki, those running Naruto vinyl figures don't really move neither. Sometimes I think Naruto's numbers shrank, but then I find out they just got moved to a different part of the store. It doesn't look like much else is happening at this Ross. Given the recent dramatic price jumps for certain action figures at Ross, I wonder, how's it been at your Ross stores lately? Good? Bad? Ugly? What about your DD's discount stores? Have any insane price increases happened there? In case you missed it, Ross owns DD's discounts, that's why I'm curious. Ever since I saw those horrid price increases, I've been wondering how things have been going on at other Ross and DD's discounts locations in the country. I'd love to hear about any intel you all have. Anything you all tell me will be useful to know. See anything interesting while I was rambling? I sure didn't, but I did notice the number of Sideshow Bob Funko Pop figures dropped significantly. I think I saw only 1 or 2 this time compared to the 5 or 6 from before. Okay, let's not dilly-dally shilly-shally any longer. On to the next stop, Ross. This one's different compared to my usual route as I had errands to run in a different part of— never mind that. Look at this amazing find. A Glitter and Glamour's Mirko from MHA. This is completely new to discount stores and I had no clue this figure even existed. It's different from the typical action pose Mirko figures. Too bad this couldn't show up when MHA figures were going for $10. However, for $13, you still can't go wrong with this. That was a top tier find. This location is usually pretty dead when it comes to collectibles, so I definitely did not expect to find something like that here. There's actually a decent amount of anime figures at the store this time. There's a few action figures here as well, some basic ass best action TMNT action figures, Star Wars Mission Fleet sets, Dev Series 6 packs. By the way, this is how I have to hold the Mirko figure while I'm filming and rifling through the shelves at the same time. There are some folks checking out the rugs where the rest of the toys are, as the two types of merch share an aisle here. I think I'll just wait around. That's a cute and heartwarming book cover. Great song too, both the OG Dolly Parton song and the Whitney Houston cover. I'm just gonna move closely along the shelf, or in racing terms, take the inside line. The people I mentioned before are still looking at rugs, but I have more than enough room to focus on the collectibles. These transforming Jurassic World toys were $3 when they first came to Ross sometime last year, but they've gone up 100 pennies. That's quite a jump. A 33% jump in fact. I would like to have a Mecha Koopa action figure, but $4 is too high. What really sucks is that after the price jumps I covered, that Mecha Koopa is 7 clams now. We got even more Zuru Smashers mystery eggs. One day I will learn about what's inside these things. Just not now. Holy crap, that's even more of them. And now we'll circle back to where we started, the end cap where I found the Glitter and Glamour's Mirko figure. Oh, something tells me that odd close-up was a result of me fumbling around with the Mirko figure just so I could free up a hand to search through the merch. As for the rest of the anime figures, it's a lot of the same stuff we saw already. Relax Time Rem, Glitter and Glamour's Rem, crappy Vegeta action figure pre-price jump, an Amazing Heroes Tintin. I haven't seen that Hell's Paradise Azachobe figure in a while. I think it was $10. Matchmaker Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks for a sad $20, and Noodle Stopper Hammer Girl for $15. All easy passes, but time for the next stop, Five Below. The Squishmallow bin immediately got my attention. First up we got Snoopy in what appears to be a baseball outfit, and Woodstock in a matching outfit. How funny, I saw 2 different Woodstock Squishmallows in a single day. Up next is an ice cream themed Cinnamoroll Squishmallow. Super cute and super tempting, but I held off. Let's dig around a little more. It looks like it's only Cinnamoroll, Snoopy, and Woodstock, and it's a whole lot of them too. I could have swore I saw some other Squishmallows here. Uh-oh. I'm being tempted again. Put him down. Good. Hey, wait a minute. There's a Lone Purin Squishmallow just sitting here. I like this one a lot better. It's just as cute as the others, and the colors really catch my eyes. Easy buy. I've gone to Five Below for 3 outings in a row. That hasn't happened since the early days of me doing this, which was like 4 months ago. Here's another bin of plushies. It's all sorts of stuff here, not just Squishmallows. We have an adorable Toothless plush. The wife and I just saw the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie, and we loved it. We enjoyed it as much as the original animated version. We got some familiar $6 Squishmallows here, but nothing I'm particularly interested in. I'm sure I said this before, but while Five Below typically has a better selection of Squishmallows, they don't have the best price. Ross and Didi's discounts usually have the lowest prices. They sell bigger Squishmallows for the same price Five Below sells standard sized ones. There's a few more displays with plushies, so I'm gonna check those out too. Like the previous plushie bin, there's all sorts of stuff here. Squishmallows, cute and cuddlies, and I think I saw a Tsum Tsum or 2. I believe that was an ice cream themed Stitch plush next to the Woodstock Squishmallow. Nowhere near as good or cute as the ice cream themed Sanrio Squishmallows that are here. By the way, that Optimus Prime plush was kinda whack, not gonna lie. I normally check out the Sanrio section at Five Below as well, but I happened to glance over with my own eyes while filming and the Sanrio section was pretty much non-existent, like maybe 2 to 3 Sanrio things. I've never seen a Sanrio section that sparse at Five Below before. Since it was so barren, I didn't bother filming it, but hey, we could enjoy looking at the rest of the merch here. Anyone into Calico Critters or Sylvanian families as they're known to the rest of the world? They're interesting, but I really shouldn't be adding another thing for me to collect. But hey, if you need some generic ass brick toys, Five Below's got you covered. Another reason I go to Five Below is to get some airheads, and fortunately, they got some here. It doesn't look like they have much of the sour blue blast flavor, or whatever they're called, mostly green and—
1 hour later.
It took a minute, but I managed to find 20 Sour Blue Blast Airheads. This Five Below never has candy bags at the station, but I believe they're held behind the register. Speaking of the register, it's time to pay for my candy and get the hell out of here. However, I did see some stuff on the way. I overlooked these during a recent Five Below visit, but here are some Independence Day themed Sanrio plushies, Hello Kitty, and Cinnamon Roll. The quality was lacking, so I'm good. Since Five Below hasn't been open for too long, it's pretty quiet inside, so that means no line. Now for the final stop of the day, DD's Discounts. That Super Mario Bros. Movie Peach action figure has been a regular sight at both DD's Discounts and Ross lately. Somehow, these weren't affected by the sucker price increases. This time, this end cap was somewhat on the emptier side. Here's another 3 3/4 inch Retro Collection Bo-Katan action figure. This one doesn't have a removable helmet, so no weird looking mini Katie Sackhoff face for you. Here's some more of those Minecraft action figure 2-packs. That Meadow Wanderer Ari was new. Got some Propeller Shy Guys, which I still passed up on. Some mini Elmo stereo toy thing, whatever the heck that is. And of course, the anime heroes Renchi Abarai and Ichigo Kurosaki action figures. It does not look like the quality changed. I expect to see price cuts on those soon. Really? Another Anime Heroes Ichigo Kurosaki action figure? And I swear, these don't sell, but they get moved around a lot. One day they're on the hooks, the next time they're on the middle shelf, on the ground another time, and there they were on the top shelf. Do stores do this just to make it look like stuff isn't collecting dust? Alright ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it here. A tad bit shorter than my previous outings, but still a good one. Let's see that haul. Once again, another successful outing. These days, it's somewhat uncommon for me to buy an anime figure from a discount store, but I bought 2 in 1 outing this time. That's even more uncommon, and if you think I forgot about Earthspark Megatron, I did. At first, so he gets his own shot. Because I didn't feel like putting everything together again, and 2, I already ate all of the airheads. And that does it for another toy bargain hunting outing. Like always, thank you for coming along for the ride, and I hope you had a great time. If you made it this far, type Mirko in the comments. I have a favor to ask of my viewers. If you notice some insane price hikes for collectibles at your discount stores, even if it's the ones I already covered, please let me know about it. I really want to be up to date on what's going on with that stuff. If I notice anything, I'll be sure to let you all know too. If you got some more time on your hands, please check out some of my other videos. I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you later.